So after days of falling, Bitcoin is finally starting to bounce back. Cardano's founder came out and said some surprising things, some bad, about Cardano, and we're also seeing big news come out of Polygon. So in today's video, I want to talk about everything you need to know in a short and concise format, and if you appreciate that, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we get the video up to 1,000 likes to help support the channel. But right now, let's start off with Bitcoin and the overall market. When we're looking at Bitcoin, we could see that it has bounced back substantially after days and days in the red. We can see that right now Bitcoin's price is sitting around $41,000 per coin, and it bounced off of this key support right here. And the good news is that over the last 3 months, we have seen higher highs and higher lows. So we have been consistently trending up, even though it may not feel like it. In addition to this, what we're seeing is that one of the biggest Bitcoin whale accounts came out and purchased 2,509 more Bitcoin worth approximately $100 million. And this was Luna. Luna purchased another $100 million worth of BTC. And you can see right here, now they have a total of 42,406 Bitcoin in their reserves. And they also have some Avalanche, and they're going to add some other coins as well in the future. But this is a great sign. We're seeing Bitcoin have higher highs, higher lows, and we're seeing whales continue to buy. Also, what we're seeing with Bitcoin, the last thing, is going to be that when we're looking at some things with indicators, Bitcoin exchange like outflows, what we're seeing is that right now, Bitcoin is seeing major outflows from exchanges. And the last time that we saw this level, it's really only happened 3 other times. And every single time that we have seen these level of outflows of Bitcoin from exchanges, we have seen the price go on to rally well over 100%. So if we're looking at historical data, if we're looking at technical analysis, if we're looking at what whales are doing, now could be one of our best opportunities to get in before Bitcoin and the market continues its rally higher. Now let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with Cardano, because Charles Hoskinson came out the other day. He released a whole new report about what's going on with Cardano, and he said that there are a couple of big challenges that Cardano has been facing as the ecosystem has been continuing to grow. One of which is that right now we're seeing that there are a lot of projects launching on Cardano. Ever since we saw smart contracts roll out, now there are thousands of projects building on Cardano, and the problem is it's very important to vet these projects because some of them are not always the best. So he said one of the things that they're doing to combat this problem is they're trying to create some sort of mechanism where if you're an interesting and cool project on Cardano, then someone like Charles Hoskinson or someone or him in person can actually interview the project, broadcast it, let the community know what is going on with this project in particular. He says this is one of the big problems, as we have seen already with Sunday Swap in the past. Sunday Swap and CardSwatter have had legal issues, and that is going to be a problem as any ecosystem continues to grow. So he says one thing that is important is to vet the projects, make sure the team behind them is good, make sure everything they're doing is solid, and this will be something that they just need to work on, have a good system in place in order to ensure Cardano's ecosystem can continue to grow without any problems like what we had seen with Sunday Swap. Also, he came out and talked a little bit about one of the big hard forks in 2022, and that is the Vasil hard fork for Cardano. He says one thing in particular is that this is going to deliver a massive performance improvement on Cardano alongside the first wave of significant Plutus enhancements since Plutus shipped in September. And he said basically that with this hard fork coming later in 2022, it's going to have a number of huge impacts, big improvements to Cardano's overall ecosystem, and this is going to help push the price higher, help increase the TVL of Cardano, and ultimately just help benefit the ecosystem. In addition to the Vasil hard fork, he also talked a little bit about the Consensus 2022 event that is going to be from June 9th to June 12th in Austin, Texas. So fairly soon, and he said they've already started preparing for this event, and ultimately their goal is to show people that Cardano is moving, they're growing, its ecosystem is expanding, and they've already taken steps for this event to help show the community that. Last thing I want to talk about with Cardano is going to be with price, because we have seen Cardano's price drop below that $1 key support, and now we're trying to break back above it. If we're able to break back above that $1 per coin, then we very quickly could see Cardano rally another 20% to right around $1.20 per coin. And long term, we very well could reclaim record highs as long as we continue to see the ecosystem grow. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be with Polygon, because Polygon came out and they pledged to go carbon negative in 2022. And this is a huge deal. In my opinion, this is really important because this is going to help attract more institutional investors, VC money into Polygon's ecosystem. Right now, a lot of people are worried about Ethereum and Bitcoin and, fees associated with Ethereum, mining associated with Bitcoin. But with Polygon, if they are able to be fully carbon neutral or even carbon neutral in 2022, then that would attract more institutional dollars into the project, ultimately driving the price up, helping expand its ecosystem as well. In a recent announcement just on Tuesday, April 12th, they said that they're committed to going carbon neutral and climate positive in 2022. They released something called the Green Manifesto, which is a smart contract with Planet Earth, and they also are pledging $20 million to offset their carbon footprints and buy extra credits to eventually become carbon negative. So ultimately, this is going to help, in my opinion, attract big money into Polygon. We've already seen Mark Cuban is an investor in the team and in the project. We've seen a number of big fundraising rounds where they've raised hundreds of millions of dollars, but I think this could really help Polygon long term, and it's why it's one of my top projects. It's one of the projects I own the most amount of. But that's what's going on with the overall market. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.